Friend came out to watch. Makes me nervous. Hopefully I don't botch this. Also, my prop's dented. That kind of worries me. Alright. We'll see. Nice, it's still working even with the dents. Alright, so I currently don't have my headphones in, which is super weird because I'm not able to hear myself talking. So I'm trying to talk to the point where I think I'm talking in a normal decibel voice. But I don't know if you can tell, but my engine sounds really weird. And yesterday I was foot dragging on a gravel road. I was not really thinking anything about it. And then all of a sudden I hear this popping, a couple pops, and I'm like, oh, come on. I knew what I did. I started to climb, and obviously I just kicked up a bunch of rocks into my prop, and you know, nothing felt different. So I continued to fly. I was basically back at the airport, so it flew pretty normal. I came back in and landed and looked at my prop, and I was like, oh man, yep, a bunch of rocks hit the prop and dented it, and they aren't so bad. But I know that these things have a balance to them. But I don't feel that unbalanced. But it is making a really loud noise. And I don't, maybe it's just the sound of the prop chopping through the air with that dent in it. I'm really hoping it's just that and not something going wrong with the engine. I mean, I can still fly it pretty normally, but I think I'm definitely going to have to send the prop in to get it fixed up a little bit, unfortunately. Lesson learned, never foot drag on a gravel road, I guess. I mean, that should have been pretty obvious to me. I felt so stupid after it. So I'm thinking it's just the prop taking a loud bite out of the air or something, which hopefully doesn't shake itself to bits and explode, but it feels actually normal on my back, so that's why I'm not really going to go anywhere today, just in case the prop decides to explode on me. I'm staying over these fields. Yeah, this bad boy is loud. I think it's all in my head, but I keep hearing things. About 6,700 RPMs. Kind of cruise flight. My engine wants to make, you hear that? I don't know if that's the prop hesitating. Not hesitating, I don't know what you would call it. Or if it's the engine, but it's being really weird. Temperatures are fine. It definitely does not sound right. It's making some weird noises, and really I don't need to be tearing things apart at this point. I don't know if you can hear it, but weird sound every once in a while. Let's see how good that is. I'll call that good. Alright, cutting it short for the day for safety, I guess. Lame. I was hoping to do a little cross-country flight soon, but if I can't get the prop soon enough, that might not happen. You can see right here, I'm thinking it was a rock because it happened right after I got all these marks, right after I went and dragged my feet on a gravel road. I check my prop after every flight, so it has to be that. But you can see this is the leading edge,
And that's not really that bad. You're probably not going to be able to see it. What's weird is this little metal shaving right there. Let's see if I can focus on it. A little gray spot sticking into the prop. So I'm probably going to get some pliers and pull that out. It's nothing serious. It's just kind of sharp. And then the leading edge on the other side, right here, no, probably you can kind of see it. There's a tiny dent. There's another tiny dent. And then this is one of the more noticeable ones, especially from this angle. You can see it's a little chunk has been taken out. I really don't think it's the engine. I think it's just the loudness of the prop. I don't have another prop, so I'm gonna have to send it in for repairs or get some advice or something. Kind of lame. Alright, so you're not gonna believe this. I don't know how I did not notice this and thought it was the prop the whole time, but I picked this bad boy up and set it down, and thank God I set it down and noticed what I noticed. Hold on, let's see. Right? You've got to be kidding me. Like, hold on a sec. I'm excited to see what and why it's doing this. What? It looks like it's completely just detached itself. Huh. Those weird sounds were exhaust coming out of this area and being super duper loud. Nothing to do with this. Oh man. And that would also explain why there was a piece of metal in my prop. So it looks like this needs to get welded back on here. And then the problem should be pretty much fixed. Just got back from the welder. Check out my sweet new welded exhaust. Looks pretty good. See that rubber mount tightening up a little bit too, which I'm okay with that. Gotta love hand tightening things on an aircraft. They're locking washer. They're pretty tight, so I think it'll be alright. So you can see it sits on the lip pretty nice. I think it'll be a little better, and it has a good weld to put these plates up against. I know it's not an impact socket. Don't judge me. I have no idea how tight these should be naturally. I'm just gonna try to get them even, but I did put a little Loctite on there. Whether or not it really helps kind of gives me a little peace of mind. Alright, so they're pretty even. It's on there pretty tight. I mean, there's still movement in there, which there should be, being that there's a spring there. And the exhaust has a good seal, but it still has play to move around. So I'd say everything looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it.